Hey everyone, welcome to Sims Paradise. In the last episode, we sadly lost Juliet due to the fact that Azrael had cursed her, and so she had died because she wants her dog back. However, she stated that more so to Lucas to watch his back in a sense. Lucas, who was late for work, so Lucas, stop what you're doing and go to work. These guys are still having a little bit of issues with that, but in this episode, I think it's definitely time for Jack to move out because I did get Realm of Magic and Jack is more than ready to move out, but he wants to make sure everybody's okay here before he does. Because Ambrose and Newt are already waiting for him over at the house in Glimmerbrook. Let's just check on birthdays real quick. Though we do have a birthday today, actually. So we're going to have to do that one. That is actually the baby's, so it's really good, too. So Trenton, his birthday will be going today. So why don't we go ahead and have Jessica make the birthday cake for him. And then age him up. And then Jack will be staying the night one more night here for the party, and then tomorrow morning would be a perfect time for him to move out. As for the Azrael storyline, that will come into play. I'm not going to kill off Lucas, but it will come into play in some part because Jack, so don't worry about that, Jack will be making a message for Azrael in this episode, and I will explain more of that then in a minute. So Jack is going to go ahead and call up Azrael because he is going to say, he's going to send her a happy text to like throw her off and then call her. He's going to say, hey, I'm going to call you in a minute. I need to talk to you about something. Just to throw her off. And then he's going to say, so what I needed to talk to you about is I want you to stop with Lucas. If you have a problem with Lucas, you have a problem with me. And if you have a problem with Lucas and I find out about it, trust me, I will do whatever it takes to take you down. I have people in higher places than you think I do. So, just stop. Whether or not that works, we will have to wait and see. Whether that turns her attention towards him, we will have to wait and see. But only time will tell. But, in addition to that, we have a birthday to attend to. Lucas, since you are the biological father, since he is the biological father, why doesn't he do the birthday thing with him? Then like I said, in the morning, Jack will be moving out. But I think Jack will tell Jessica, don't worry about Azrael, I'll take care of it. And she's like, I'm really gonna miss you being here. And he's like, I know. He said, but I'm not going to be a stranger, you know? I'll still be around. But he said, I'll take care of the Azrael thing. I'll take care of it. And so, in addition to that, now we've got a birthday to celebrate. Help blow out candles. Trenton. So I will be editing up his look then in a minute, but so for him, Trenton, I was kind of thinking since he was an independent child, maybe he would be a little bit more of a social butterfly. And then, what? Maybe we do a loner. Then again, this doesn't really fit with that then. Maybe we'll do a mental one. And then a loner. Because I have a storyline I really want to do with Trenton. And that's why I had to watch exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and give him all that. And I think I'm going to send everybody to bed and I'll pick this up in the morning. Okay, so this is Trenton. And so Trenton, this is his everyday look, his formal look, his athletic, his sleepwear, his party wear, his swimwear, his hot weather, and his cold weather. Now, again, I wanted to touch on why I decided to do a loner trait, and it will make a little bit more sense as he gets older, but I do want to do a autistic sim. I've never did one before, and I seen a video online that really touched my heart about it, and I really wanted to try it out for myself. So I thought Trenton would be a really good candidate for that, which is why I made him a whiz kid, because I kind of thought he would be really smart. And I have autism as well, so I know what it's like to feel and have autism. And it's not all bad, guys. It really isn't. But, so that's why I'm doing this route with him. So this is his, looks. And now I'm going to have everybody go to bed, and I'll pick this up in the morning. Okay, we are back, and it is the next day. I think that it's a perfect time for him to move on over now, but he would definitely want to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody this time, because last time he ran away, he didn't even say goodbye to anybody, because he just felt like they didn't want him. But now he knows that they do, but he has to do this, and he has decided that he wants to do this. So he's going to go ahead and say goodbye to Dean first, then Lucas, Trenton is asleep, so he's going to come tuck him in. And he already said goodbye to Jessica yesterday, so he's like, Lucas is saying, just because you're leaving, that doesn't mean that you're never welcome here. You're always welcome here if you need. So I understand that your stuff is needed elsewhere, But like, I just wanted to let you know that you're always welcome here if you need it. So he's going to use the restroom real quick, and then he's going to be on his way on over to Glimmerbrook. Okay, so I will be right back in a minute. Okay, so we're back. Jack has moved out, but Jessica just received a text message from Azriel stating she needs to talk to her, please. So she's gonna call her. I'm trying to figure out where she is. Okay, so she's like, yeah, what do you need to talk about? She said, Jack said that I better let you guys alone. And I know I did a lot of crazy stuff, but I don't want to mess with Jack because I know how powerful he has, his friends are. And I just wanted to let you know I'm done messing with you guys. You guys are okay to have Lily, but you tell Jack that if he has a problem with me, then he needs to let me know. So she says that she doesn't want to fight Jack, but she says that she's willing to pretty much if need be. So things are not good for Jack and him, but it looks as if things are starting to look up for these guys because Azriel does not have her sights set on Lucas or any of these people in the family anymore. She has her eyes set a little bit on Jack, but she doesn't know whether or not she really wants to do that. And only time will tell if Jack actually wants to step to her or not. But, oh, I did that the last time too. Okay. So you are hungry. Why don't you just finish up your tofu tacos? But then I think you need to have a little bit of a talk with Lucas, and it's not a bad talk, but it's like a talk that she needs to get done because she has been craving children. Like, she knows that she obviously cannot get pregnant because she was already told that by the doctors that she cannot get pregnant. But she was considering adoption. And she wanted to see if that's okay. And so she's gonna ask him now, like, I know I live in technically your house, but I know that you already know I can't have kids, and I've always wanted kids, and Nicole was willing to be a surrogate for me before, and all that, but now that she's gone, I don't really have anybody that I think would be a surrogate for me. So I was wondering if it would be okay if I adopt a child. And he's like, adopting is a really big commitment. Like, I know you help with the kids, and I know the kids are getting older, but are you sure that you really want kids? Because, and all that, because he said, you still are young, and all that. And she's like, I know I'm young, but I can't have any kids of my own. And I always wanted one, as you know. And I was considering adoption. And he's like, in a way, he said that you already have kids. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, if it wasn't for you, he said, I wouldn't be able to do this. He said, you helped so much out with us. You helped raise Trenton. You helped raise Dean. And for the record, you also helped raise Jack a little bit, because if it wasn't for us, Jack wouldn't be able to be so powerful and all that. So I'm not saying you can't adopt. He said, I'm not saying that at all. He said, all I'm saying is you really do have children already. Just open your eyes and see that. And she's like, but they're not mine. And he's like, if you need that realization of having one of your own, then sure. He said, I don't have a problem with that. He said, I just wanted to let you know that my children are your children. And that's definitely a sweet thing to say, but I think she always kind of wanted one of herself, or one for herself, and she knows, like, she struggles with having kids by herself, and her mother did the egg donation thing, but I think that she knows that that isn't really the right fit for her. She wanted to do the surrogate thing, but Nicole, who was supposed to be her surrogate, actually had passed away. So she doesn't know anybody that's willing to be a surrogate for her. And so she's really starting to consider adoption and all the benefits that comes with adoption. So she was kind of thinking and looking online, like, she's got the okay now. So she's going to start going online and browsing parenting forums and browsing, like, what it's like to be a parent, and see if she's truly really interested in being a parent, or if she just wants to have, like, the glory of being called mom, and all that. And I think she's come to the realization now that she's been wanting kids, and since Lucas gave the okay and all that, she's going to go ahead and adopt a baby of her own, and that is the only child that she's going to have, because she has decided she only wants to have one kid. And so she has decided she can't carry it. She doesn't have anybody that's willing to be the surrogate for her. She's going to adopt. And I think that she would adopt a little boy, in a sense, since it'd be kind of easy. But in a way, I think she would do a little girl. So I don't know which one I want to choose. I think she would start as a baby, definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and do random here, and I'll be close my eyes and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be this one here. And it looks like it's going to be a girl that she adopts. So she's going to pick her up now at the adoption agency. And she's always loved a certain name. But while that's going on, I don't know why the dog's whining, because they have the backyard that they can go to. That's why I purposely left it open. So I don't know why they do that, but okay. And Lucas, since it's been going on, Lucas is kind of just doing a little bit of cleaning around the house. The kids are kind of just doing their own thing since it's Saturday here in Sims. Trenton's up here on the computer. And Dean is down here eating. Jessica is definitely bringing home her baby girl. But so we're gonna do a name, and I'm gonna spell it out, and I gotta really look up how to spell this. So, which way I want to spell it, I should say. And I'll be back in a minute. So the name is Michaela Scott. And this is the name that she's always really wanted to name her daughter. So she's going to name her Michaela Scott. And I gotta find where they placed her because she's not in the right room. Okay, they placed her upstairs. We also have the vets that we gotta take care of as well. And I was kind of thinking that Lucas would kind of do that for them, like run it while the kids are still young. I don't know, because Lucas does have a job already. I think we'll decide that in the next episode. But for now, we have to wait for her to... And she's happy about having a kid. That's cute. Okay, so we're gonna actually put her back in the right room now. And then I think we're gonna end it out here, guys. So in this episode, Jack officially moved out into Glimmerbrook, back into Glimmerbrook, and Witches and Warlocks will be starting this Thursday, guys. Again, that will be starting this Thursday. And in addition to that, Trenton had aged up and he's starting to show the signs of autism. So we will have to explore more with that as well. So it's going to be quite interesting in this series. And then Nicole had a talk with Lucas, and Lucas pretty much told her that his kids are her kids as well, but she still wanted to have one of her own, and she couldn't have one biologically because of the fact that she can't get pregnant or she can't have babies. So she had went ahead and adopted Michaela here. So we are going to go ahead and end out here, guys. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.